Alrighty, here we are at Bob's job. So we are currently in one of the attic access right here. So right below this area here where my finger is currently, that's where the dining room light is hanging from. So that's where power was going to first. And so power was going through there, and then the lines kind of went up and across and was connecting to everything else up on this floor. So because we had to cut power here, we had to drag power, and that is now our J box where power is going to. So what we're going to need to do still, as I'm making this video, is just bring a power to a switch leg, and that's going to go down the wall to where the switch is, and then bring the switch leg to where the light is. So that's pretty much what we have left to do on the scope. And then yeah, but since that disconnected, power was there, so it disconnected everything up here. We had to run pretty much new Romex because all I had was two THN wires kind of connecting everything. We had to show you where it started. So we brought our home run. We were thinking of going to the crawl space, did a little digging, and found that the panel is actually right kind of near this area below the window. So we ended up going through the attic. On the other side of this wall, there's more attic space. And so that's where we brought the first, well, the home run is going to this outlet here first. And yes, everything inside of here was also ungrounded and connected to that knob and tube. So that had to get updated. So we touched this outlet here, went over to this outlet here, and then from that outlet, we drag it out and then brought power to this switch here. This was also tied in with knob and tube. You can still see kind of the knobs there. And that was actually powering up this light here. So it was getting spliced, going up inside the attics, and then yeah, bringing power to this light, and then a few other lights which we'll see right now. So we had to open up this area here to be able to kind of pass our wires up and over. Knocked out the knob and tube that was up there, knocked out the knob and tube that was on the other side. And so yeah, we had a broader switch leg here for this light, and then this was also connected to the knob and tube, this porcelain light. This was the one that had to get replaced. But yeah, so that also had to bring power to this switch here, and then brought up our switch leg to that light there that currently is on a three-way with the another light switch that's at the bottom of this staircase. And then in this room, they only had the one outlet in here that was ungrounded, connected to the same circuit. So we also picked up power, and that is now updated, so no more knob and tube in there. This one also was still with the knob and tube, so that got disconnected from the knob and tube as well. So we brought power to this switch here, and then from that switch, it went up to, brought the switch leg to this light. This switch did get moved. Originally, they had it in this location, but they requested it we can move it to this wall. So that was something we did for them, was move it to this wall. And so, yeah, so that got updated with knob and tube. And then, yeah, we had to get our channel across to be able to pass our power from this switch up and over. There was another outlet behind the TV over there that we hit. So once we got over to this side, we put a box there, and so that box there is bringing power to the outlet that's over there, and then from there that's where we're running out, and we ran across. And then in this wall here, this is where they had all the open splices and just kind of random stuff connected. So we were able to get all those open splices out. Some of them we didn't know what they were going to, so Ian decided to box them there. And then we put a box on this light. So that's another thing to note, is those three light fixtures that we updated didn't have any boxes on them in them. So we had to install boxes for that light fixture, the one inside that room, and also the one for that ceiling fan. So we had to get a specific box for that one too. But yeah, so that's pretty much eliminates open splices. We have power to the switch now, going to the light. This was wired super weird because it was spliced into one of the switches over there. So it's super weird because you could control this light and it would turn it off and on this light. But then if you turned off that switch, it turned off that light, but it also turned off this light, and it kind of just bypassed this switch completely. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, we were able to work around that. We have that split, and so now it is wired correctly. Um, and yeah, so that's pretty much the scope of the work that we did up here for the attic. And so yeah, so now there is officially nothing up in this area that's connected to knob and tube. And yeah, so the last thing that's still connected to it for right now is just that light fixture in the dining room, but that's going to get updated here shortly. So yeah, I'll do one last walkthrough with everything closed up and everything powered on. But this is kind of the pre-walkthrough before we start closing things up and kind of get a visual of the stuff. So